So you're literally going through changes, but to stimulate, right, that brain production, lion's mane has shown to consistently stimulate that sheath, you know what I mean, on the axon of that neuron, which is your brain neurons, where signals travel and information travels from one end to the other. So your brain is literally able to learn. So this also affects your mood, right? So again, when we have bad moods and we don't feel good and we get anxiety, that's when we start vaping. That's when we start doing all of the things that we didn't want to do. And we figure out like, damn, how did I get here? So I would rather you have these cognitive ritual stacks that you're focusing on when it comes to your wellness, and we start really looking at wellness as wealth. So we're not just looking at whether we got a credit score, right? Whether we bought some stocks, or whether we got some crypto, or whether we have real estate, or whether we had a 6-figure month or made some money. Because I hear all this money talk, but our people are sick. So wellness is the future of wealth. Make sure y'all go tap in, follow Supermind, follow our journey, right? Because we're going to end up having the largest cognitive wellness festival on the planet. We're going to shift the culture into wellness. Same way we did it for financial literacy, same way I always did it for blockchain and technology and been giving us the codes to AI for the last 10 years. We're going to do the same thing for wellness. Large groups of hikes. You know what I mean? We doing cold plunges outside together. We doing red light therapy. We getting our IV flushes. We doing community detoxes, right? We doing consistent fasting as a collective. You know what I'm saying? We running our marathon. You feel me? We have hike clubs, which is what I might be doing one next week out here in LA, actually. But I know that if we start focusing on our wellness as a culture, it's going to have a positive effect on everything else, right, in our culture. People always talk about, well, the music reflects reality. Well, let's change reality so the music reflects a better one. Come on now. When you eat right, it changes where you spend your money. It changes your spiritual connection. We got so many parasites that is draining us on the inside. Parasites, some of these parasites have been living inside you since you were a child. Some of this plaque been building up inside you since you was a child and you haven't cleansed. And so your energy can't go past a certain level because the parasites are eating. So again, before you go check the little lump under your breast to see if you got breast cancer, go check your grocery bill to see if you're buying cancer. Supermind is the renaissance. It's the center of renaissance for the wellness of the future. When she says Supermind, she's talking about our functional mushroom coffee, which you can find by. Just comment coffee. We'll send you a link to our functional mushroom coffee. It is a new company I started because I believe that this is the perfect timing for us to focus on our cognition and our clarity as we're going to a future of wellness. And I want us to do things because some of these things are expensive. You want to go get NAD, which is really good for you, right? But the IVs that last time I went and got one, it cost $1,200. Everybody can't afford that. You know what I'm saying? So wellness is expensive at the same time, but it costs more the more you ignore it. So I would rather give us daily rituals that we can do, right, to start taking control of our health, of our wellness. Again, don't look at the lump under your breast. Don't say you got mental health problems. Go into your cabinet. Go look at your grocery bill. Go look at your Uber Eats receipts. I be having to check myself because the Uber Eats, man, they just come straight to your door. It's like magic. And I used to watch Star Trek as a kid. And they used to have this little magical microwave machine where you just type in anything you want and they made it instantly. And I was in love with that idea. I was like, wow, that'd be great to have. I'm a kid just imagining I could have any food in the world. I just tap a couple buttons and it appears. And then these motherfuckers have made Uber Eats. Man, that stuff be feeling like magic. I'll order it. I want a smoothie. Bing! Somebody at the door with a smoothie. They made it so convenient to kill ourselves. Straight up. So, be careful with convenience. Be careful with convenience. That's all I'm saying. Access is a very dangerous thing. Sometimes we don't need access because we don't have enough discipline. Because the more access we have, the more discipline we need. And so you have to understand that about human beings. The more access we have, the more discipline we need. So we've been operating at this level of discipline our whole life. But then all of a sudden our access increased this much that we need this much discipline in order to control our new level of access, which is just not a conversation we have in practically on why we are behaving the way we're behaving, because human behavior has shifted right over the last 20 years to a completely different space. So you cannot judge this generation off any previous, because we have more access than any generation on the history of this planet Earth. So it means you either decrease your desires, decrease your access, or increase your discipline. And none of those things are easy. This is why we'll give you daily rituals to deal with this world that we live in. Because they act like we were just supposed to know these things or figure it out. And we young. We didn't know these things. Our grandfathers and grandmothers and ancestors didn't know this. This is something for us to figure out. This is something for us to tap into. This is our journey. So we set it up for the next generation. So if we can start perfecting our rituals and our systems and living in alignment and attunement with self in this world that we have, then they can inherit that as well. So I can't go look at my grandfather and say, how you do, so he won't know how to do this. The information not in the bloodline. So we have to put it in it. We have to develop super minds because we living in a super time. So that's Coffee with Keys today, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in and having a cup of super mind and thinking as this world is going. Be careful with convenience. It's dangerous. It's going to be so convenient you won't even have to think for yourself no more.